a picture or whatever. And we did that, and from there, he came back and said, this is based on what you like, which was mind blowing. So that's how we arrived at the fight scene. There would be no movie without our choreographer, and we had a super cool choreographer. But there would be no movie without him. And the first step I knew that I had to do before anything else happened in this picture was find a choreographer, because the choreographer would dictate who I could hire as an actor. And there was no way that I could make the picture without the choreographer. I had to find the right choreographer first, because the fight scene had to look a specific way. And I couldn't tell these guys how to do hangar. I couldn't tell them how to do bop. I didn't even know what bop was. I know what it looks like, but I didn't know the name of it. So, I couldn't tell these guys how to, do a sword, but he could. So there was no way that this film could happen without the choreographer. The choreographer was the first step I needed. So I checked through a couple of different guys, and it was a blessing. It was an ultimate, meshing type of relationship. So that was really important. So that finding a choreographer was very important, and that happened first. Had to happen first. So they're popularized. You'll see less films with men fighting, because when dispute rises, people just pull out their guns. And I always want to film a cool fight scene so that there's something that people can see. And in order to shoot a good fight scene, you either have to go really, really old, or you have to go, alternate. Or in the future. Not necessarily. The future doesn't guarantee, going to the future doesn't guarantee that there won't be any guns. But you can go to the unknown. You have to go old or unknown. So a desolate future is unknown, and it's not old either. So you can't tell me what's going on in that world. You know what I mean? You can't tell me if the characters are mutants. You can't tell me what their threshold for pain is. You can't tell me how they learn things, why they have their clothes, because I've created it. Now that gives me total freedom to say, well, they've learned all of these different ways of fighting. It gives the audience, it gives the audience a treat, which is the goal. Something cool for them to look at, a cool fight, not something like, because if you two guys get if you watch a picture right now, two guys get in a dispute, they're going for the guns. They're not going to try to knuckle up. So that's why I wanted to post the fight. I always want to shoot I always want to shoot like an interesting fight scene. I always want to show something that the people can see, that's interesting for them to look at. Like, if you don't shoot something that's interesting for people to look at, they have no reason to go to the movies. Otherwise, they're just trying to shoot a bunch of sitting down scenes over dinner. I don't even understand the purpose. That's just very pompous to me. So, unless I was trying to make something that was super shaky cam, super micro edited. And I don't think that's fair to the audience. People pay a lot of money. You got to pay for parking when you get there. People going to be beeping horns at you. It's not worth it to go see something that you can't even freaking see. I want to make something people can see.